Time isn't what you think it is. Right now, as you're watching this video, you exist in two dimensions of time simultaneously. One is the time you can measure with your watch. But the other, that's where true power lies. That's where miracles happen. That's where Eckhart Tolle discovered the secret to lasting peace and transformation. You've probably heard people say live in the present moment so many times that it's become almost meaningless. But what if I told you that the present moment isn't just some self-help concept? It's actually a gateway to a dimension of consciousness that transcends everything you know about time itself. Today, we're going to explore what Eckhart Tolle calls vertical time, the mysterious intersection where eternity meets the now, and how understanding this concept could completely transform your experience of life. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how time seems to speed up as you get older? How weeks and months blur together in an endless cycle of to-do lists and deadlines? We're all caught in what Tolle calls horizontal time, the linear progression from past to future that keeps us trapped in a state of constant psychological pressure. Look around you. People are more stressed, more anxious, and more disconnected than ever before. Despite having more time-saving devices and productivity tools than any generation in history, we somehow have less time than ever. We're constantly running, but where are we really going? The real problem isn't that we don't have enough time. It's that we're living in the wrong dimension of time altogether. We're trying to find peace and fulfillment by managing horizontal time better, when what we really need is to access vertical time, the timeless dimension of the now. Understanding vertical time. Imagine time as a cross, where the horizontal line represents chronological time, past, present, and future, while the vertical line represents the depth of the present moment. This vertical dimension is what Tolle calls the doorway to the unmanifested, the timeless realm of being itself. When we talk about vertical time, we're not discussing some abstract philosophical concept. It's a very real dimension of consciousness that you've already experienced, perhaps without realizing it. Think about those moments when time seemed to stand still, that sunset that left you breathless, the birth of your child, a moment of profound realization, deep meditation or prayer, being completely absorbed in creating art, the peace of being in nature. These weren't just nice moments, they were glimpses of vertical time, instances where you accidentally stepped out of the stream of horizontal time and into the depth of now. The science behind vertical time. Modern physics is catching up to what mystics have known for millennia. Einstein showed us that time is relative, not absolute. Quantum physics reveals that at the smallest levels of reality, time operates differently than in our macro world. When scientists observe particles at the quantum level, they find that time as we know it breaks down. This scientific understanding aligns perfectly with Tolle's teaching about vertical time. Just as quantum particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, our consciousness can operate in both horizontal and vertical time. The key is learning to shift our awareness intentionally. The prison of psychological time. Before we can fully grasp vertical time, we need to understand how we've become imprisoned in psychological time. Psychological time is our mind's habit of constantly referencing past and future, creating what Tolle calls a false self that exists only in thought. This false self, or ego, cannot survive in vertical time because vertical time is pure presence, pure consciousness. The ego needs the past for identity and the future for fulfillment. This is why so many people feel uncomfortable with true presence. It threatens the very foundation of their psychological identity. Think about your own experience. How often do you find yourself replaying past events? How much of your mental energy is spent planning or worrying about the future? When was the last time you felt completely present, without any mental commentary? The gateway to vertical time. The beautiful truth is that vertical time is always available to us. It's not something we need to create or achieve. It's what remains when we stop creating psychological time. Here are the key practices for accessing vertical time. 1. Body awareness. The body only exists in the now, cannot exist in the past or future. By bringing your attention fully into your body, you automatically step into vertical time. Feel the life energy in your hands, your feet, your entire body. This is your anchor to vertical time. 2. Sense perception. When you fully engage with your senses, really seeing, hearing, feeling, you enter vertical time. Notice how a tree moves in the wind. Listen to the sounds around you as if hearing them for the first time. Feel the texture of objects you touch. Pure sense perception without mental labeling is a portal to vertical time. 3. Space consciousness. Become aware of the space around objects, the space in which everything exists. This space awareness naturally pulls you into vertical time because space, like consciousness itself, is timeless. 4. Breath awareness. Your breath is always happening now. It's impossible to breathe in the past or future. When you bring full attention to your breathing, you automatically align with vertical time. The power of vertical time. As you learn to access vertical time more consistently, profound changes begin to occur. 1. Liberation from suffering. Most human suffering exists in psychological time. Regret about the past, anxiety about the future. In vertical time, there is only now, and now is always manageable. 2. Enhanced creativity. All true creativity comes from vertical time. When you access this dimension, you tap into the infinite creative potential of the universe itself. 3. Improved relationships. In vertical time, you're fully present with others. This presence is felt and naturally enhances the quality of all your relationships. 4. Natural flow. Life begins to flow more easily because you're no longer fighting against what is. You become aligned with the natural intelligence of life itself. Common challenges and solutions. 1. The mind's resistance. Your mind will resist vertical time because it threatens its dominance. Remember, this resistance is normal and actually indicates you're on the right track. Solution: don't fight the resistance. Observe it with friendly curiosity. This observation itself is an act of presence. 2. The productivity paradox. You might worry that living in vertical time will make you less productive. Solution: actually, vertical time enhances productivity because you bring full attention to whatever you're doing without the energy drain of psychological time. 3. Social conditioning. Our society is structured around horizontal time, making it challenging to maintain vertical time awareness. Solution: start with small moments of vertical time throughout your day. These moments will naturally expand. Practical integration. Here's how to bring vertical time awareness into your daily life. 1. Morning practice. Start each day with 5 to 10 minutes of pure presence. Feel your body, breath, and the space around you. 2. Transition moments. Use everyday transitions, stopping at traffic lights, waiting in line, before meals, as reminders to shift into vertical time. 3. Nature connection. Spend time in nature regularly, using natural phenomena to anchor your awareness in vertical time. 4. Body-based activities. Engage in activities that naturally promote presence. Yoga, Tai Chi, mindful walking, or simple stretching. Here's the profound truth that Tolle wants us to understand. Vertical time isn't just another spiritual concept. It's the very essence of who you are. When you touch vertical time, you touch eternity. You connect with what religious traditions have called the divine, what quantum physics calls the unified field, what consciousness researchers call pure awareness. Remember what Tolle says: time isn't precious at all, because it is an illusion. What you perceive as precious is not time but the one point that is out of time. The now. That is precious indeed. The more you are focused on time, past and future, the more you miss the now, the most precious thing there is. This is the key to personal transformation. All the power, peace, and potential you seek exists in vertical time. The future you want to create can only emerge from the depth of now. The healing you seek, it's only available now. The love, joy, and fulfillment you desire, they can only be found in the vertical dimension of time. We've explored how vertical time offers a revolutionary approach to living. one that transcends the limitations of chronological time while enhancing our experience of daily life. By understanding and accessing vertical time, we free ourselves from psychological suffering, access deeper levels of creativity and insight, enhance our relationships and communication, align with the natural flow of life, touch the timeless dimension within ourselves. The journey into vertical time isn't about escaping reality. It's about experiencing reality more fully. It's about finding that sacred balance between doing and being, between horizontal and vertical time. As Eckhart Tolle reminds us, the now is not what happens, it's the space in which it happens. By learning to access this space consciously, we open ourselves to the transformative power of vertical time. If this video has resonated with you, subscribe to join us on this journey of consciousness exploration. Remember, vertical time isn't something you need to reach for. It's available right now in this moment. See you in the next video.